because we operate with like 3 platforms on streaming at once. I think about 3 or 4 platforms. So I was trying to do that. Those are coming in, you guys are welcome. Hi, thank you very much for joining from this area. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. So here we process visas to different countries. We have different categories we process to. Mostly we always say when you come, you check our page, get to see different visa package we have open and ongoing. Can you guys get it from here? If you're interested in of them, send us a DM. We have different countries we work with. We process Europe country and non-Europe countries. We process outside Schengen zones. Sorry. So mostly I always say when you come in, check our page, get to see different categories we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in of them, send us a DM. We process different countries. Can you guys get it from here? Sorry, I have to do this because I'm streaming on like 3 platforms anyways. We process work visas, study visas, family relocation, conference visas, different categories. All right. And also we have different what's it called, countries we work with to process to both small countries and bigger countries. So let me just quickly do some adding up. We're just starting not quite long for today's section. Let me do some adding up. So when you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, go to our page, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, whichever which. Get to see different visa package we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. I don't know what's wrong with my voice, but I'm fine. So we process to Europe countries, we process outside Schengen, we process different categories. Mostly we always refer you just check our page, or better still you check our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on Instagram, YouTube, or verified Facebook, or verified. Alright, whichever which. That was kind of stretching. Hi from this area. So we have different work visas. We have like 2 categories on work visas anyways. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. Skill jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skill workers. I'm doing some adding up in case you guys see me close to the system. That's what I'm doing. So that's for skill workers. Why the unskilled are those that do not have any of those qualifications. Talking about the construction workers, can you guys get it from this area? Okay. Talking about the food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs, cleaners, factory workers, agricultural workers, those are all on skill job. While the skill job, on the other hand, you need to have your certificate if you're going in for that. Okay. So we have different categories. Then when it comes to study visa, we have 4 categories on study visa if you're going in for that. Hi, hello, dry brain, you're welcome. We have, when it comes to how much anyways, we have like 3 different categories. We have the premium package, we have the standard package, and we have the regular package. The premium package comes with flight accommodation. Do you understand why the regular package you have to provide those yourself? But the premium and the standard package, we provide the flight accommodation, other documents from the immigration services. All right, and also we do follow up. So if you're going in for that package, can you guys hear me from here? Hi, hello, you guys are welcome. When you're coming in from the side, all you need to do, you follow here, like any other platform you're coming in from, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. So that's it. Then what else? I was talking about the study. Yeah, we have BSc program if you're going in for study visa. We have master's program, we have vocational study, different categories. For the BSc, that's a 3 years program. Of course, you guys should be aware of that. For the masters, that's 1 year you're done with your BSc and you want to go in for masters, we have it open ongoing. Then for the what's it called, vocational study, that's 6 months program. If you're going in for language course, that's 6 months program as well. You can always extend your visa stay if you want to. So that's a good thing about coming in using any of the categories you saw on our screen. Then if you're coming in using the conference visa, we also have it open and ongoing. Remember, conference is always organized by international NGOs. So it's not organized by me, either is organized by our company. So it's organized by international NGOs, but it's actually a good riot for you to move in. So we have conferences, we have vocational conference, we have academic conference, we have virtual conferences, we have trade show conferences, we have board meeting for conference, we have product exhibition. We have different categories for conferences. That's mostly always refer you just go check our page, flex your tools. Either you follow here or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or you follow us on a verified YouTube channel. Like right now we are streaming on almost all the channels. All right, so that was it. Let's move on for today. Have I explained family relocation? Oh, sorry. We have like two categories for family relocation. We have two categories. Can you guys hear me from this area? Okay. We have the PRE, we have the TRE. So the PRE is just the 5 years family relocation, and the TRE is the 2 years family relocation. And the good thing about our process is that mostly you always get document support directly from the country you're going to. Means we have team all over. Do you understand? If you're migrating to a particular country, we have a team that's going to assist you, do your settlement, and follow up with you. So it makes your traveling flexible, easy, and all of that. All right. So that's it. Which other package I've not explained? Any of which you just type in and let me explain that. All right, so we have a temporary location visa. We just talked about that, right? Yeah, we have the TRC available for New Zealand, and also we have a success story for different packages. I mean, different countries, of course. The one of the New Zealand that just got released, we posted that. I think we pinned it here on our page, so you just check it out. So we have New Zealand. If you're interested in going for New Zealand, is open and is running, and they pay very well. Also, they are English speaking country, mind you, so it's welcoming. It's a very cool country. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and ongoing. Hi, hello, hi, separate, you're welcome. Those are coming in from this side, you guys are welcome. Hi, hello. When you come in here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page or YouTube channel, any of which send us a DM. All right, sorry guys, I'm streaming on almost all the platforms, so in case you see my direction sideways, just know that I'm talking to this platform, and also I'm also referring to this. Hi. Then we also have a TRC available for Australia. If you're interested in a non-Europe country that is not part of the Schengen zone, you can always go in for Australia. They're very cool. They pay very well, but mind you, they can be expensive. You know, most of this country pays well. They're expensive, but they're accommodating. Those of you that are interested, you can go in for Australia. We also have it open and ongoing. And also, what is about them? Yeah, their government standard is one of the top notch, and their English speaking country. The only challenge is that you cannot use their visa to access other countries because they are not part of the Schengen zone, but they are doing well. I mean, they are cool. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a TRC available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country, Portugal is very cool. They are stable, you know, they're welcoming. Okay, hi. How are you? Welcome. So anyways, we have it open and ongoing. They're accommodating and all of that. Family is also allowed to travel with you. If you're interested in that, you can go in for this. Let me just quickly do some adding up, please. Those that are coming here newly, guys are welcome. Hi, hello, how are you? You're welcome. Thank you for joining. So I just want to quickly do some adding up. Mostly we always say when you come in here, you need to do check our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. Either you follow here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, in of which, if you're interested, you send us a DM. So this for Portugal. If you're interested in going in for a very good intentional country, you can always go in for this. They pay very well, they're accommodating, and they are not racist. All right, we have a lot of companies that are always going for that. Then we also have a temporary location visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going into a very touch country, you can always go in for Belgium. They are cool, they are stable, and also remember, they are not English speaking country, mind you. They are German and also French speaking. I think they have a mix of two countries in them, but the good thing about it is that they're very, you know, intentional. So if you're looking at a higher paid job and you don't know which of the country, you can always go in for this. They're very reliable. I mean, they're cool. All right, but remember, they can be expensive as well. Then we also have a temporary location visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Lithuania. They're very accommodating, and besides, they pay very well. Families allowed to travel to you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay. We have a lot of family going in for Lithuania because Lithuania has a close border between them and Poland, and also they're very connected to Sweden. So you have so much reason why you should be migrating. Hi, hello, if you're coming in from this side. Sorry, we are running, I think, about three streaming. We are streaming on most three of the platforms. So most of the time, in case you see my direction, just know that I'm talking to the other end. Hi, thank you for that. I appreciate it. So we also have a TRC ongoing available. Which country? This is Germany. If you're interested in going in for a very good country, can you guys get it from here? Hi, thank you. You can always go in for Germany. Germany is very cool. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are welcoming. Mind you, they are not English speaking country, they are German speakers, but they are good. So if you're interested in a country that you want to settle down fast and a higher paid job, then you can always go in for Germany because they allow you to do multiple jobs. Speaking of jobs, our work permit, we have two categories. We have the skilled workers, we have the unskilled. The skilled workers are those of you that do have your certificates, means professionals, doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skill workers. Why the unskilled? You don't need to provide any of those certificates. Talking about those that do not have any qualification: cleaners, drivers, cashiers, food service attendants, retail sales persons, caregivers, bartenders. Name them. These are all unskilled jobs. All right. If you are going in for that, so just know that part, because most of you get to ask me what kind of job. We always explain to you guys we have two categories of jobs over here when you're migrating. Those of you that have never had experience, either you're coming in with your certificate or you do not want to come in with your certificate, so you choose which of them. So we also have a TRC open and ongoing for Canada. If you want an English speaking country, you want to do more, you can always go in for Canada. They are cool, they are stable, they are accommodating. Hi, thank you so much for that. Oh, hi, how are you? You're welcome. So anyways, you can go in for Canada. They're very intentional, they are cool, they're stable, they're welcoming. Families are allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, and you can extend your visa stay. And they're very fast in issuing PR. Those of you that are always concerned about getting permanent resident when you migrate to someone else's country, then you can always go in for Canada. They're very reliable. And also they're English speaking. Those of you that are always concerned about the language barrier. Then we also have a TRC ongoing available for Estonia. If you want a smaller country, you can always go in for Estonia. They're very intentional, they are cool, and they're accommodating. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. Remember, Estonia is a small country. What it means is that most of the smaller country pay you less salary. A lot of you are not aware of that, but the bigger country pay more. That's why I always refer you that if you're migrating, if you have enough fun, going for the bigger country, I know you're traveling once and that's it. Because when you're going in for the smaller country, be expecting a small salary, on should I say small income, but just that the standard of living is very cool. If you ask me to list out the smaller country, just type it here and I'll list it out. If you want a bigger country, and also list them all out. So Estonia is very good, and they share a close border between them and Finland, so that's the reason why you have lots of immigrants always going in for this. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a temporary relocation visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going into United Kingdom, you want a higher pay job, you can always go in for UK and the English speaking country. But mind you, they can be very expensive because these guys pay a lot of tax. So that's the reason why most people always would not want to migrate to UK. But outside that, they're very cool. So if you're looking at a higher pay job and all of that, you can always go in for UK. You have nothing to be concerned about. What else about them? So that's it. They have a lot of care jobs. Those of you that are interested in taking care of the aged, I mean, people that are kind of old and all of that, you can always go in for UK. You have so much care jobs and the likes, all right? So you have nothing to be worried about. Then we also have a TRC available for Netherlands. If you're interested in a bigger country, you want to do more, then you can always go in for Netherlands. They're very intentional, they're cool, they're accommodating and all of that. Sorry, I have to go and come back. Like, I have to stream again and come back because I'm not getting. Please, guys, those are coming newly, guys are welcome. When you come in, check our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. We'll send our requirements and our cost. Either you follow here, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, in of which. So this one, Netherlands, if you're interested in a higher pay job, you don't want small country, you want more, you can always go in for Netherlands. They're very intentional, they pay very well, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. But mind you, general, they are not English speaking country, they're meant to be Dutch speakers. But we have like 70 or 80% of the Netherlands that communicate in English, which is a good thing. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and is running as well. Okay, so let's move on. Whoa, that was too fast. Then we also have a TRC available for Italy. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small, intentional country, then you can always go in for Italy. They're very good, they're accommodating. Remember, they do not pay very well. Most of the smaller country pay you less, but the good thing is that you have a lot of benefits. It's always very easy or flexible. Let's just use the word. It's flexible for you to always get in your resident or even passport in most of the small countries. So Italy is one of those open countries a lot of people would want to migrate to and settle. Then we also have a TRC available for Switzerland. If you want a bigger country, you can always go in for Swiss. Swiss is very intentional. They are stable, they are cool, beside they pay very well. Families are allowed to travel with you, you can navigate your ways. But mind you, they can be very expensive because they're part of the bigger country that pays more better. Alright, so if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running and it's ongoing as well. Those that are coming here newly, guys are welcome. When you come into our channel, you need to do you follow, like, Go through our page, get to see different visa package, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page. Better still, you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, all same name. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM or you send us a Gmail. Our Gmail account is also same name at gmail.com. All right, so let's write on. So we have here the TRC available for Sweden. If you're interested in a very intentional good country, just going for Sweden. Sweden is very good. They're accommodating, they are stable, they are welcoming, and they are not racist. They also pay very well. Those of you that are interested in an extra good paying country, you can always go for Sweden. But mind you, they can be very expensive in nature. So just know that part, alright? So let's ride on. Then we also have a TRC available for Malta. If you're interested in going into Malta, one of the smaller intentional country with a lot of benefit. And their English speaking country are that, because a lot of people always migrate to Malta because they're English speaking country, they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not that bad. If you're looking at a small country you want to go in for, you can always go in for Sami. You are welcome. We have Australia, of course. You just check on our page. We process. Okay, let me just quickly list out the different countries we process to. Those are coming here from this side. Hi, hello. We process to small countries and bigger countries. If you want to go, I'll just list out all the countries. It's fine. If you're going in for the smaller country, you can always go in for Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Latvia, Romania. These are small countries, okay? But if you're going in for the bigger country, we have Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand. We also have Portugal, Poland, Germany, Belgium, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Luxembourg, Norway. Which other country that I've not mentioned that we have? We have Finland, and also we have Ireland, all right? We have the Netherlands as well. So just check on our page. That's what I mostly always refer when you come in here. All you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page. Go check our page. You get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, whichever which you feel comfortable enough. Just same name, or YouTube channel, all same name, verified as well. Just check our page, get to see different packages you're interested in, and then you send us a DM. We process, just check on our screen, you can see that clearly. Hi, hello from this area. We process work visas, study visas, family relocation, conference visas, business visas, TRC. Please, for the work visas, we have two categories of work visas. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. Skilled jobs are those of you that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skilled workers. Why the unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification? Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, retail salespersons, securities, nannies, cleaners. These are all unskilled, all right? Sammy, here we don't select countries for you. We only just explain the advantages of each country. Any of the countries you're interested in, or maybe you have two countries in mind, you could just type them in and we're going to explain the two countries for you. Do you understand? We'll give you the advantage of each of them and also the disadvantage. But it's against our policy. We don't select countries, all right? So that's it. So you decide which one works for you. Because if we start selecting countries, we'll end up pushing most people to the countries of the choices that when they get in there, they'll end up not finding it funny, like they won't be happy. Do you understand? So that's why we always refer, when you come to our channel, check our page. The country of choice is yours. You pick your country of choice, and our duty is to ensure that we provide you every document necessary for that visa to be granted, depending on which of the services you pay for. If you pay for our VIP service, that's a premium service, means we have to make sure that visa is out. If you pay for the premium, what's it called? And also remember, the VIP service comes with flight, comes with accommodation, comes with airport transfer. It comes with a lot of documents, approval from us, like all of that, follow up from the embassy, ensuring that your visa is done. If you're going in for the standard package, it also comes with that. But one thing is, keeping in the standard package, we don't provide accommodation. That's the difference between the PRO and the standard package. Then if you're going in for the regular package, means you're going to provide your flight yourself, your accommodation yourself. We only provide you with the vital documentation to ensure the visa is also out. All right, so that's it. Then when it comes to country of choices, we don't select countries, sorry Sammy, but we only just provide you provisions on the country you are traveling to and follow up and ensure the visa is granted because you pay for that. So that's just it. So we always say, when you come in, all you need to do, you follow your like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name, or YouTube channel, all same name. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. DM means message. We have to start from there. Send us a message. We'll send our requirements and our course. Or better still, send us a Gmail. Our Gmail, what's it called, name is also placed there. It's very clear enough and all of that. Our requirement is your international passport data page, your passport photo white background, your CV, which is your resume, and also you provide us with your offer letter if you're working. If you're not working, provide us with a business certificate. It means you're an entrepreneur while you're not working. But if you're working, provide us an offer letter, or better still, provide us an employment letter or contract letter. Just a letter that shows you're a legal citizen in a particular place. And if you're flying from the country that is not your home country, ensure you have their permits to allow you fly. It means you have to provide us with their resident that allows you stay in that country as a legal citizen. Is that clear? So that's how it works here. Are we good? Thank you. So let's proceed. We have talked about Malta, right? So Malta, like I mentioned, is a smaller country. Those of you are interested in a small country, you don't want to do much. You just want a very small, good country. Hi, hello. Then we also have here temporary relocation visa available for France. If you're interested in a very small, good, intentional country, you can always go in for France. They are very good. They are stable, they pay very well, they are accommodating, and they are not racist. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your stay. And remember, France is not an English-speaking country, they are French speakers. So if you're not comfortable with a country that has other language, then you can move to a comfortable country. That's why we always mention that we don't select countries for you. You select the countries of your choice. If you're going into a particular country, if it's an English-speaking country, that's your choice. If you're going into a country that is not English-speaking country, that's your choice. We only just give you the advantage of each of the country. You make your choices, and we ensure that we process your visa and get it granted. So that's our jobs, all right? But when it comes to selecting countries, we don't do that. So anyways, this is for France. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want a bigger country. Remember I told you guys the difference between the small and the bigger country. Smaller country pays less and the bigger country pay more. Why the smaller country standard of living in general is very, very affordable. That is very cheap. And the bigger country standard of living is very expensive. So now you understand which one matches your energy. Which one did you feel comfortable enough? Why the bigger country settling down is always very fast and easy, because they have a lot to provide, right? That's why they call them bigger country. And the small country settling down can take a long while. What it means is that you might really not get all the whole payment you're expecting and all of that. So just like you starting from scratch. Do you get? So you decide which one suits you or which one qualifies your person. So let's move on. Then we also have a TRC, that is temporary relocation, available for Norway. Those of you interested in an average country, you want a good intentional country, you can go in for Norway. They're very cool. They are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. Remember I told you guys Norway is an average country, so you should understand what it means. It means they do not pay a lot of salary, but they are doing well, they are cool. So you have a lot of benefits you can always get in from Norway, and they are very intentional country as well. Then we also have a TRC available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in just a very good intentional country that pays more better, just going for Ireland. And also they're English speaking country, and they're quite closer to Scotland. So those of you that are interested in migrating to Scotland, you can always get in Ireland, and then you can always navigate your ways to Scotland. And also they have a lot of benefit anyways. They are very fast in issuing resident. Yeah, they operate just like Canada, giving you resident fast, easier. And what else? Yeah, they're accommodating, but remember in general they are quite an expensive country. That's why they are Europe country, and they are quite very big countries. So you should be comparing them with Netherlands. All right, let's move on. Then we also have a TRC available for Spain. Those of you that are interested in just a small country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very cheap environment, you just want to start, let's just say, like, call it a starter country, then you can go into Spain and start from there. If you're able to build yourself, then you can move from Spain to bigger country. Mind you, they are not English speaking country, they are more of the Spanish. All right, so anyways, what else? Yeah, they're quite affordable in terms of general standard of living. They're not that expensive. So if you're looking at such intentional country, you can always go in for Spain. Okay, or if you're looking at a small country you would want to settle once with your family, I think Spain. Then also we have a TRC available for Finland. These are for those that are interested in a very big intentional country. Your dreams are very high, then you should go in for Finland. They're very good. Mind you, they are not English speaking country. Their languages is just Finnish language, or you call them Finnish language. Okay, check on Google, you can see that. Anyways, they're very good, they pay very well, they're quite expensive in general, of course we know that, and they are stable. They are not racist, they're accommodating. But one thing is taken out of here is that studying here can be very cheap, but their standard of living is not cheap. Means their standard of living is quite expensive. They are not that very cheap countries, so just know that part. But when it comes to studying, it's very low, which is a good thing. Most of you always prefer very low tuition fee and all of that. So Finland is your call. Let's move on. Then we also have a TRC available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in an extra good country that has so many factory jobs and all of that, that's where Poland comes in. Poland have so many factory jobs and all, they pay you well. But remember, they are not English speaking country, they are Polish. All right, But anyways, they are very good. They are family-oriented country. They are welcoming. They are not racist. They are accommodating. Most of you always prefer such country. So if you're looking at a such country that you want to settle down once with your family and you don't want any stress, just going for Poland and thank us later, not now. Then we also have a TRC available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in going in for Denmark, you want a very intentional, good country you would want to migrate to and settle once and forget about traveling for a long period of time. That's where Denmark comes in. They're intentional, they're accommodating, they're not racist and all of those. But one thing, they're not English speaking country, they're Danish, means their language of choice is Danish. So most of you are interested in going into such intentional country can always go in for Denmark, but they pay very well, they are stable, they're not racist. But the other hand, also they can be very expensive in nature, means their standard of living can be extra. All right, I think they operate similar just like Switzerland. So those of you that are interested, we have it. Then we also have a family relocation available for Ireland. If you're interested in an English speaking country, you don't want to do much, you just want something extra and you want to settle down once and you don't want to stress your brain, just going for Ireland. They're very intentional country, they're accommodating and all of that. All right, and also they pay very well. So if you're looking at such country, you can always go in. I remember we told you guys we have two categories of TRC, I mean family relocation. We have the PRO, we have the TRC. A lot of you that keep asking me about that. PRO is the permanent relocation, TRC is the temporary relocation. So you should just know that part if you're relocating using the family relocation, okay? And also you can choose to relocate using the work permit, or you can choose to relocate using the conference, or even the business visa or study visa, depending on which of the choices that you feel comfortable enough. So let's move on, guys. Then we also have a family relocation available for Iceland. Those of you that are interested in an extra good country, you want to do more, then you can always go in for Iceland. They're very good, they're intentional, they're welcoming and all of that. They pay you well, family is allowed to travel with you, so you can navigate to ways you can extend your visa stay. So if you're interested, you can always go in for this. All right, but it can be very expensive in nature, so we tell you that if you don't have enough funds, you go into a very affordable country. Then we also have a family relocation also available for Switzerland. If you want to do more, you want an extra good higher pay job, just going for Swiss and thank us later. They're very intentional, they're accommodating, they pay very well and all of that. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can extend your stay, but remember they can be very extra expensive, but they're actually very good. They're one of the Schengen countries that pay extra very, very well. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and is running. So let's move on. Then we also have a family relocation available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country, Belgium is very good. One of the country that is quite closer to Germany, and also they pay you very well. So if you're looking at such country, either you're traveling alone or you're traveling with your family, but you just want a perfect place to settle down, then you can always go in for Belgium. All right, so you have nothing to be concerned about. Yeah, so let's move on. Then we also have hi, hello, those are coming in from this, are you're welcome. Please, when you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, whichever which. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. Can you guys get it from here? Okay, sorry, I'm streaming at different platforms. All right, so in case you see my attention here and all that, just know that I'm streaming on like 3 of our platforms. Same name, you can follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or verified YouTube channel, whichever. They are all same name. So we have here also open and ongoing for Netherlands family relocation. Either you're using the TRC or you're using the PRO. You can always go in for this. Netherlands is a very good intentional country. A lot of you are aware of that. They pay well, they're accommodating, they're smart, and they're very good. Let's just say they're intentional country anyways. But just remember they can be very expensive in nature in general. Most of you that are not aware, most of these countries that are pays well can also be very expensive, but they are cool. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running. So we also have here family relocation available for Finland. Can you guys get it from here? Okay, hi. If you're going in for Finn, we also have this also. They're very intentional country. Finland, remember I told you guys they're not English speaking country. Always know that part. Some of the countries that are good are not really English speaking country, all right? So what it means is that if you're not comfortable in understanding someone else's language, we always recommend or advise you picking an English speaking country, and then you tell us, thanks for that. So let's move on. Then we also have a family TRC, that is family relocation, okay, available for France. If you're interested in a smaller country, you can always go in for France. They are very good, they are stable, they are accommodating, and they are cheap. Those of you that prefer cheap countries, we always recommend you go for France, Italy, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, these are cheap environments. Except you want a higher pay job, then you can go in for Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Ireland, name them. All right, so we have this open and ongoing. Yeah, king of March. It's not really that funny anyways, because some people prefer a very small intentional country. They don't want bigger countries, so we always just refer them to smaller countries. The only difference is that the small country pay less salary and the bigger country pay more. So that's just the difference between these two. All right, if you want a bigger country, pay higher salary, but the standard of living can be extra expensive, while the smaller country pay you less salary and the standard of living can be cheap. So we have different people and different intentions. Some people will prefer the bigger country because they pay more. They don't care about their expenses. While some will prefer the smaller country. So that's how it works. All right. So that's what I always tell you. If you want a small country, just bear in mind this is what you should be encountering. And if you want a bigger country, then this is what you should also encounter. So we also have a family relocation available for Spain. If you're interested in a small, cheap environment, you can always go in for Spain. They are very good. They are Spanish speaking. Sorry, I have to do some adding up anyways. They are Spanish speaking, they are stable, they are accommodating, and they are not racist. Those of you that are interested in going in for a very small, cheap environment. Yeah, don't laugh me when I say small, cheap environment. Of course, they are small country. They can always go in for Spain, but they are good. We always call it country for starters. Starters means you have never traveled before, it's your first experience, but you would want to like start from somewhere. Then you can always go in for Spain. All right, the intentional country, but mind you, they are not English speaking country. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Louisbourg. Those of you that are interested in an extra big country, you want to do more, you want a higher pay job, then you can go in for Louis. Louis is very good. They pay well, they are stable, they are accommodating, and they're not racist. So you have a lot of benefit. You can always migrate to Louisbourg, of course. Yeah, they are good. You know, one of those countries, a lot of family always travel to every season, should I say every section. And mind you, they can be very expensive in nature. All right, so just know that part. We always tell you the facts. When you're going into a bigger country, they're expensive. If you want a small country, go for smaller cheap ones like Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta. These are small countries, Libya, Romania. But if you want a very big country, just know that they're quite expensive in nature. All right, their standard of living can be extra, so note that when you're traveling. Most of you are not aware of that, but you want to fly. Where are you flying to? Anyways, those are coming here, new guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, all same name, or you follow us on our verified YouTube channel, all same name. All right, if you're interested in any of the visa package, you send us a DM. Hi Sunny, how are you? You send us a DM, we'll send our requirements and our cost. Our requirement is always your international passport data page, your passport photo, white background, your resume, which is a CV. Also, you provide us with an offer letter if you're working currently. All right, if you're in a place where you're working currently, provide us their offer letter or contract letter or an employment letter, just to show that you're a legal citizen in the country. And if you're not working, that means you're an entrepreneur or you're a business person, then you provide us with your business certificate. That's fine. Then also, if you're married, provide us your marriage certificate, but if you're not married, no need. Okay. And the other hand, if you're married and you're traveling with your family, please ensure you provide us with the marriage certificate and also the family's document as well. And if you're traveling with a kid, either toddler or whichever age or range, ensure that the kid has a birth certificate and also their international passport separately. Let's just quickly show you guys. Okay, we'll move to that. Don't worry. I wanted to show you guys a success story, but you can just give us a second. Let's just round up. We'll show you. All right, so we have a family relocation available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going into United Kingdom, you can always go in for this. UK pay very well, but one thing, they can be very expensive in nature. So those of you that are not used to a very extra expensive environment, I'm very sure you're going to find it cracky to start from here. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a family relocation available for Malta. If you're interested in a small country, don't want to do much, just going for Malta. They're very good. They're very cheap country. A lot of people always migrate to some small countries. Then you can always go in for Malta. They're English speaking country, so they're not that bad. So if you're looking at a very small intentional country you want to go for, then you can always ride into Malta and you thank me later. We have like three. Sonny's asking how much is it. We have like three different packages. We have the premium package, or let's just say services, the way you may understand. We have three services. We have the premium service, we have the standard service, we have the regular service. The premium service basically comes with accommodation, flights provided by us, airport transfer, follow up and ensure your visa is out and all of those. While the standard package does not come with accommodation, but it comes with flights and all of that services. And the regular package, you have to provide your flight yourself. You have to provide your what's it called, accommodation yourself. All right, if you're going in for a smaller package. Hi, those are coming in from this side. You guys are welcome. Please, any of the channel you are joining us from, either from Facebook, from TikTok, from Instagram, all same name. You just, when you come in any of the channel, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in any of them, send us a DM. Either you follow here on any of the channel you are joining from, because we are streaming on almost 3 or 4 channels right away. So either you follow, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, is same name, don't worry. Or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name as well. Or you follow us on our YouTube channel, same name. So it's actually easy. So either you send us a DM, we send our requirements and our course, or you send us a message on what's it called, Gmail, same name also at gmail.com. You just check there, you see there. All right. So anyways, let's ride on. I did not get, my network was bad. Okay, what is it that you do not understand? Let me explain again. You can ask me, Sonny. All right. So these are family relocation available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in going into Portugal, Portugal is a very good country. I told you guys, if you're into business, you can always go in for Portugal. They're very cool. They are stable, they're accommodating and all of that, and they pay very well. But mind you, they're not English speaking country, they're Portuguese. Sonny said, please more light on the Malta. All right. Malta is actually a very small intentional country, but they pay lesser salary, and also they're English speaking country. And if you're interested in migrating, you would want to study in future, I think that's a country for you, because tuition fee, when you're studying and working, is kind of cheap, and you have a lot of cheap, should I say, added advantage if you're going in using the study. But if you're going to using the work visa or conference visa, is also very good, especially if you want a cheap or very affordable environment, then you can go in for Malta. So you have advantage whereby they are not having a language barrier, they're English speaking country, and they're accommodating, and also they are friendly, they're soft. So if that's what you want, you can go for that. But if you want a higher pay job, remember their salary package is very low. I mean, they do not pay very well, but that does not mean they're not much better than African country. Of course they are, because they pay lesser. But if you want a higher pay job, then you can always go in for Germany, you can go in for Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Germany, Belgium, UK, Canada, Australia, Netherlands, Finland, Ireland, Luxembourg. All right. So that's it. Those are coming newly, guys, are welcome. When you come in, follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. Any of the platform you're joining us from, you're welcome. So we also have a family relocation available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional, good country, Denmark is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are not racist, and they are welcoming. You have a lot to benefit from them. And remember, they are not English speaking country, they are Danish. Those of you that are not aware of that. But notwithstanding, they pay very well, especially if you are looking at a country that pays you more, then you can always go in for Denmark. Denmark is a very intentional country. You have nothing to be concerned about. When I tell you they're welcoming, they are, but just that they can be very expensive in nature. Okay, so if you're not familiar to an expensive environment, we always recommend you go for small countries like Italy, Malta, France, Lithuania, Estonia. Then we also have a family relocation available for Estonia. If you want a small intentional country, you don't want to do much, just going for Estonia and thank us later. Don't thank us now until you get in your visa. Anyways, Estonia is very good intentional country. They are small and they're quite closer to Finland. Those of you that are interested in going into a small country and you want to get in your TRC so you'll be able to move into a bigger country without stress. Some of you don't like stress or pressure of visas. That's why you see them, they always move into small countries. They get in their resident, and with their resident, they can just fly into the bigger country without someone stopping them, without any boundary. Anyways, Estonia is one of those good intentional countries. If you have a dream of connecting to Finland and you don't want to migrate directly, you don't want the stress or pressure, because some people cannot face that pressure, you can always go into Estonia, and then from there you can always access your way to Finland. They are quite closer to Finland, and they are good. Also, they pay very well, but not so very, very well, but they're trying. And also, if you're looking at a very small country you want to study, you want a cheap environment, you can always go in for Estonia. Estonia is one of those cheap, small countries, always. Then we also have a family relocation available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going into Sweden, hi Sonny, you're welcome. Contact, please, those are coming newly, you're welcome. Anything that has to do with my contact, you have to send us an email. We'll send our requirements in our course. Then if you're ready to proceed, we'll move it to our what's it called, WhatsApp or email. Okay, when you come in, all you need to do, follow, like, go through our page. If you're coming in from any other platform, hi, hello, how are you? If you're coming in from any other platform, you guys are welcome. All you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. We send our requirements and our cost. Our requirement is not that much. It's just your international passport data page, your passport photo, white background. Ensure you have this if you're messaging, like if you would want to start with us, okay? Then also, if you're working, provide us with your offer letter or employment letter or contract letter. Just one of the letter is okay. Then what else? Yeah, you provide us with your CV, which is your resume, the way you might understand it from your end. Then also, if you are married and you want to travel with your family, provide us your marriage certificate. But if you're traveling alone, no need. And if you're not married, you don't need to provide marriage certificates. And if you're not working but you're a business person, you have your own business or you own your own business, just provide us with your business certificate or tax letter or tax certificate, whatever shows that this is what you're doing. All right, that's fine. So any other question about the requirements? Then boils down to our services. We have 3 categories of service. We have the premium package, we have the standard package, we have the regular package. The premium package always comes with our flights, airport transfer, accommodation, all of those provisions. Ensure that we do follow up and all of that, if you're going in for the premium anyways. Then if you're going in for the standard package, it also comes with all of those sharing. But one thing is not there is no accommodation and that. All right, means when you get into the country you have to provide the accommodation yourself, but that's not bad anyways. Then if you're going in for the regular package, remember, regular package you have to provide every document yourself. We only assist you with the vital documentation. So that's it. Any other clarification? All right, so let's move on. So speaking about the different countries, we process visas to different countries. You can check on our screen, or let's just quickly list it for those of you coming from different platforms. We process work visas here, study visas, family relocation, conference visas, business visas, temporary relocation. These are the riots. Then we have different countries we work with. We process smaller countries and process to bigger countries. If you're going in for the smaller country, then you can choose the options between Italy, France, Estonia, Lithuania, Malta, Latvia. These are small, cheap, affordable countries. But if you're going in for a bigger countries, then you can choose between these options: Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. You can also go in for Netherlands, Luxembourg, Finland, Ireland. These are bigger countries or different options you can always pick from. POS. Yes, we provide proof of fund. That is POF, proof of fund. We do account upgrade for that. All right. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going in for Canada, you just want a smaller, cheap country. You don't want to do much. You can always go in for Canada. They're very good. They are stable. They're English speaking country. They pay very well. They're accommodating and they are no racist. All right. So just know that part. So if you're interested in a very small, cheap country or cheap environment, if you're interested in an expensive country, then you can go in for Canada. But mind you, they're English speaking country and they can be extra expensive. All right. But the good thing about them is that they're quite very fast in issuing documents. Those of you that always migrate, you want to get in your documents when you dive into a country that is not your country. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Estonia. If you're interested in a smaller country, those are coming in from this side. Hi, hello. So we also have Estonia. If you're looking at a small country, you want to do more, you can always go in for Estonia. Estonia is very cool. They are small, cheap environments. They are comfortable, they are accommodating, and they share border between them and Finland. We actually explained that in details, right? So if you're looking at a very good intentional country or small, cheap country, you can go for that. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you can go in for Belgium. They are quite sharing a close border between them and Germany. I think that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Belgium every season, if you ask me. They are cool, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. So if you're looking at a stable country you want to go in for, then you can always go in for Belgium and thank me later, not now. They are very good. But mind you, they're not English speaking country. They are French speaking and also they are German speaking. I think they have like 2 nationalities in there, German and French, which is actually doable and they are good. Okay. And also you're allowed to do multiple jobs. You're allowed to multitask. So those of you that are very, energetic. Then we also have a winter work visa available for UK. If you're interested in an English country basically only, you just cannot do it any other language, then you can go in for UK. UK is very good also, but mind you, they can be extra expensive and they can be frustrating, especially if you're not used to an expensive environment. You feel like, oh, here wants to roll down. But aside which, they are very good country. Most of you always migrate to such country because they're English speaking or because you have a lot of Africans in there. That's UK for you. But if you're going in for the intention of studying, if you don't have enough fun, we do not, advise UK because their standard of living and also their tuition fee can be extra. All right, but outside which they are good. So if you're interested in such intentional country, we have it open and it's running. All right, then we also have a winter work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in a very good intentional country, you can always go in for Germany. Germany is very good. They pay well. Of course, they're accommodating and they're not English speaking country. That's the thing. They are German speakers, but outside which they are good. They allow you to do more than 2, 3 jobs, which is a good thing. Those of you that always migrate to a country and you want to do an extra jobs and all of that, then you can always go in for Germany. They are very intentional. All right. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Portugal. If you're interested in going into a very extra country, you want to do more, you want to be extra, just going to Portugal, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're into business, you would want your business to go in further, then Portugal is for you because they allow a lot of international businesses and they pay you very well. So you have so much benefit if you're going into such intentional country and you have nothing to be concerned about. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you can always go in for Lithuania. Lithuania is very good. One of the small countries a lot of people migrate to every season, and they're quite closer to Poland and also they're closer to Sweden. So if you're looking at such good small country you would want to start from, you don't want to start from a bigger country, you want to migrate your family and you want a fast settlement, just go in for Lithuania and thank me later. They're very intentional. Besides, their standard of living is very cheap. But mind you, they're not generally known to be an English speaking country, all right? But you have like 70 or 60% that could communicate and understand English because you have a lot of your African international students in there. So they are quite very cheap in all of that, especially when you're going using studying, they are very good. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country. Hi, hello, those are coming from this. You guys are welcome. Sorry guys, I'm streaming on like a lot of platform. Hi, you're welcome. So we also have here Australia. Australia is very good. They pay you very well. And mind you, they're English speaking country, but they can be very expensive in nature generally. So most of the time, if you don't have enough fund, I see no reason why you should be picking out a bigger country because the settling down can take you a long while. Why, if you have enough funds, settling down can be easier. So you see the difference. All right, different countries and different personalities. Anyway, so we have Australia ongoing, and also their government standard is one of the top notch, and they are very good. Also, they pay very well. Yeah. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in that, can you guys get it from here? Hi. You can always go in for Netherlands. Netherlands is very good. One of the intentional country, accommodating, I think generally they are Dutch speakers, but you have like 80% that could communicate English, which is a good thing. It means they're not that dumb. So they're very intentional country, and also they pay you very well. So if you're looking at such country, you would want to settle down with your family and you want to settle once, you can always speak in Netherlands as a country of choice. All right. Then we also have a winter work visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that want to do an extra, job, they can always go in for New Zealand, an English speaking country, by the way. They are pretty similar, just like Australia, and they are good. And also, those of you that prefer an e-visa, only New Zealand and Australia has an e-visa, electronic visa, that's what we call it here, okay? Those of you that do not understand what electronic visa is, that's why we pinned it on our TikTok. You just go check it there. You see our success story for this 2026, and the customer is supposed to fly in before May this year. Yeah, just check it there. You see that that's a work permit visa for 2 years grants. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in a very cheap country, small environment, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Malta. Malta is very good, like I always mention. They're English speaking country, they're affordable, they're not that expensive, but there's one disadvantage: they do not pay much. Most of you would want to migrate to a country with the intention of a higher paid job. I don't think Malta is for you. But if you want a very affordable environment, but you don't mind the salary package, then you can always go for Malta. And you're interested in studying, but you want a very low tuition environment school, you can always go for Malta, all right? Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in an extra country, you do not mind the language barrier because this is not an English speaking country, this is Portuguese. All right, you can always go for Portugal. They're very good, they are stable, they're intentional, they pay you well, and all of those. Especially if you're into business, you would want to migrate and continue your business internationally, then you can always go in for Portugal. All right, they are very good, but just that they are not English speaking country, they're Portuguese. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested, sorry, I have a question. Sonny said, I asked you before, how much is the Malta package? We just explained anything that has to do with how much I'm interested. You send us a DM, we'll send a requirement in our cost. But the figure range for the amount, you send us a DM, we'll send you there the figure. We have 3 packages or 3 services when it comes to how much. Well, let's just say we have 3 much prices. The first one is the premium package, which always comes with flight and accommodation. I've explained that in details. I'm breaking it down for you again, Sonny, so that you can understand. If you are going in for the premium package, it comes with flight, accommodation, and other services. But if you are going in for the standard packages, standard package comes with everything, but there is no accommodation on the standard package. Then if you're going in for the regular package, means you have to provide the flights, the accommodation yourself. That's what we explain to you guys. Any clarification I don't understand, you want me to break it down again, and I will. So let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal job visa available for Denmark. Remember what we mean by seasonal jobs, right? What it means is you've taken this contract, you get to be working every season, either winter season, either autumn, either spring, either summer. You just get to be on the field. All right, so that's what we call it, seasonal jobs. Anyways, Denmark is a very good intentional country. We told you guys already. They pay very well, they are stable, they are accommodating, and they are welcoming. Most of you always migrate to such country because you want a higher pay job. Then you can always go in for Denmark and Tankos later. They're very good. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Malta. Those of you that are interested, we actually mentioned that, of course. They are a very good country, they are stable and all of that. They are accommodating and they're not racist. All right, so if you are looking at such country, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in a very small intentional country, you don't want to do much, just going for Estonia. They're a very small, good country. They pay you very well. I mean, not very, very well anyways compared to other countries, but they're cheap. Those of you that are interested in a very small, cheap environment, you can always go in for Estonia. They're very accommodating. They're not that bad, and they're not racist, all right? And remember, their government standard is one of the top notch. I mean, they're good. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in going into a bigger country, you want a higher pay job, you want to do more, then you can always go in for Germany. Germany is very good. One of the intentional countries a lot of people migrate to every season. And mind you, they're not English speaking country, they're German speakers, but outside which they're very accommodating, the pay is well, and they're stable. That's the reason why you have a lot of always going for that. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Spain. If you're interested in a small like country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small intentional country, just going for Spain and Tankos later. They're not that expensive. Let's just say they are quite cheap countries for starters. Those of you that have never traveled before and you want to have the traveling experience, we always recommend just going for Spain. Spain is very good. Yeah, but remember, they are not English speaking country. We always tell you that they are Spanish. That's why I will tell you, if you prefer an English speaking country, then your country of choice should be Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand. All right. Hi, good to see you today's section. Please, can I inbox you? Yes, please. Those are coming newly. You guys are welcome. You can inbox me. Hi, hello. If you're coming in from any of the platform, because we are streaming on like 3 platforms right away, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, or you follow us on our verified YouTube channel. All right. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. All right. We're going to respond to you once we are done with the live stream. Any of the platform you are coming in from, hi, hello, you guys are welcome. If you're coming in from Facebook, TikTok, YouTube channel, Instagram, they're all verified page, same name. All right, so let's move on. Then we have a seasonal work visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going in for Poland, one of the 2 intentional countries, they're very good. They're accommodating, and mind you, they're not English speaking country. They're not to be Polish language, but they're very intentional. A lot of you always migrate to such good country because they pay very well and they're stable. So if you're interested in that, we have Poland ongoing and it's available. All right, so let's move on. But also know that in Poland you have a lot of factory jobs, more of the factory jobs, because a lot of you are not aware of that. You have so many factory jobs in Poland. Okay. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going in for Belgium, you want to do more, you want an extra good country, just going for Belgium and Tankos later. They're very potential good country, yeah. But mind you, they are not English speaking, all right? They are French speaking, and also they have some parts, they're also German speakers. I think they have like 2, different countries, different language, all right? Or should I say 2 different sets of languages. So any of which either, but they pay you very well. That's a good thing. Most of you always migrate to the country because you want a higher pay job. Then you can always go in for Belgium. Like I mentioned, when it comes to different kinds of work visas, we have 2 categories. Let's just say we have 2 species. Let me take my time to explain it because a lot of you keep asking that. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. Note that if you're going in for the skill, remember you should be providing us with your certificates. Means you have your qualification. Is mostly for professionals. All right, those are coming from this side. Can you guys hear me? Good. So if you're going in for the skill, either you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're an engineer, or you're an IT tech, or you're a chef. But if you're going in for the unskill, means you do not have any of the certificates, you don't have any of this qualification, you do not follow any of these categories. That's fine, that's not bad. That means you're a cleaner, you're a doctor, sorry, you should be a cleaner, you should be security, you should be drivers. We're talking about construction workers, factory workers, laborers, food service attendants, retail salespersons, bartenders, baristas. These are all unskilled jobs. They are open jobs. Snow pickers also, we have them, especially for those of you migrating to the Finland and the Canada. We have a lot of snow pickers, you know what I mean, right? Snow sweepers. We have a lot of opportunities on that. So that's it. So it depends on which you want. So that's what we call different categories of work visas. But if you're going in for other categories, we also have them. Like for the, okay, let's just proceed anyways, because I wanted to explain the conference. We also have that. Family relocation, we have that. Those of you that are migrating with your family. Then we also have a study visa. We have 4 categories for study. We have the BSc program, that's a bachelor's program. We have the master's, we have the vocational studies, and also we have the language course. If you're going in using the study riot, do you understand? Good. If you're going in for BSc, that's 3 years. You're going in for master's, that's 1 year program. You're going in for vocational study, that's 6 months program. You're going in for language course, that's 6 months to 1 year program. So you see, you have a lot of choices. So we also have your seasonal work visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in going into a bigger country, you want to do more, you want an extra good paying job, you can go in for the Netherlands. They pay very well. They are stable, they're intentional, they're accommodating, they're not racist, and all of those, you have a lot to benefit from it. So you have nothing to be concerned about. Family is allowed to travel to, you can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at a very intentional country you want to travel to and settle down once, then the Netherlands. But mind you, they're generally Dutch speakers. But I think we have like 70 or 80% that could easily communicate in English. That's why they call them an intentional international country. Previously known as Holland, but now referred to be Netherlands. But they're all still good. And also, one thing about migrating to Netherlands is that you can easily get in your document even without understanding Dutch. That's why you see a lot of crowd always diving or always struggling, stretching to be in Netherlands. All right. So that's one thing that kept them, should I say, top. So we also have a seasonal work visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you can always go in for Lithuania. They're very good. This is one of the countries that share a close border between them and Poland, and also they're very closer to Sweden. So you see, you have a lot of reason why you should be migrating to Lithuania. And also they are, should I say, student country. Let's just say they're mostly cheap environment to study, and their tuition fee is one of the amazing affordable ones. All right, so you have so much reason why you should be migrating to Lithuania. But mind you, their salary package is never always very high. They always pay, of course, the regular small amount or wages, right? But you have so much to benefit from them. Besides, getting their document is always very flexible and one of the easy tools. Like, I think they're actually trading with their document. Like, you can easily get it. So we also have a seasonal work visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in an English-speaking country at whole, like you don't want to do any other country, you just want a UK. Hi, those are coming from this. You guys are welcome. Sorry, guys, I'm streaming on almost 3 platforms. So this for the UK lovers. If you're interested in going in for UK as well, we have it open, and we have the COS visa ongoing. You guys understand what is COS, right? COS, okay, let me just quickly show you guys the COS flyer package from the other side of the platform so you guys can understand. This is what we mean by COS visa. All right, this is like a creative visa. Let's just say creative unskilled job visa. If you're going in, hi Prince, how are you? You're welcome. You can always go in for these. They are very good. COS for UK is also a very good stable one. You can come in, and we have like 2 years COS visa, and also we have the one of 5 years. So it depends on which of them that suits your career or which of them you're coming for. And we have it open for photographer, videographer, and also we have it for influencers. And also we have, that's the COS visa I'm talking about, for IT personnel, biology assistants, developer, research management, influencer, and other creative field. Okay, that's for UK. I have to just read directly from the email to explain that so that also you guys can understand. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for France. If you're looking at a very small intentional country, you just don't want to do more, but you want a very good country that pays well, just going for France. They're very intentional, they're accommodating, but mind you, they are quite stable. All right, so if you're looking at such, we have it open and ongoing. And France is a very good country, yeah, that a lot of people always migrate to every season here and there. So if you're okay with that, we have it open and ongoing. And remember, they are not English speaking country, they are French speakers, all right? But notwithstanding, they are not racist and they're very fast in issuing out documents, certificates. Most of you always migrate to a country and you would want to get in your document fast and easy. That's France for you. And you have a lot of your Africans in France. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to France every season here and there. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Australia. Those of you that prefer an English-speaking country and you don't want to do anything with the Europe country, man, you are tired of the Europe Schengen countries, you can always go in for Australia. These are a good one, good gig. They are good. And also, mind you, they pay very well, they are stable, and also they can be very expensive in nature. Yeah, the standard of living can be extra, but they are very good, perfect country everyone will want to settle down with. But the only challenge, I think you have like two challenges what you should be concerned about. One, their weather is not one of the amazing one, it's not one of the glamour one. It can be winter today, it can be season, so it can be you can run like 4 seasons in a day when you're in Australia. What it means is that you can be in the winter and same time you can also be in autumn, and the same time you can also be in the spring, yeah. But outside which they pay very well, they are good, and they're e-visas, that's electronic visas, you know what I mean, right? So let's move on, guys. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Lazybook. Those of you that are interested in an extra higher pay job, you want to do more, you want a very good, comfortable environment, you can always go in for what's it called, Lazybook. They are one of the intentional high pay country, and you have a lot of free access to so many things, free transportation across the city board, free what's it called, Wi-Fi standard across the city board, and all of those. But mind you, they can be also very expensive. Most of these intentional higher pay country can be extra expensive, but they are good. All right, I always tell you guys, the higher should I say, the higher the country, the higher the standard of living, and all the expensive, but the smaller country pay less because their standard of living is very low and the economic system is still unstable. They are still developing, they are not there yet. So that's just the difference. You get to know which of the country matches your energy. We have some people that would prefer a smaller country because their standard of living is very cheap, and also we have some people that would prefer the bigger country because they pay more better. So we always let our customers to be aware of that. If you want small country, they pay you less, but the standard of living is very good. So that's just the difference between what choices you would want to go for. Then we also have a seasonal job visa available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in a very good intentional higher pay job, you can always go for Fin is very good. They are stable, they pay well, they're accommodating, they are not racist, and all of those benefits added to them anyways. And also, if you're looking at whether you want to study with a very low tuition fee, you can always go for Finland and thank us later. All right, so that's the reason why lots of always migrate to that country. So if you're okay with that, we have Fin open and it's ongoing available as well. All right, so let's move on. Thank you so much, Daniel Israel. I appreciate that. God bless you. Thank you. You're welcome. So let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional, good country, Canada is very good. They are English-speaking country. They are accommodating. They are stable, and they are not racist. And they are very fast in getting documents. Oh, thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate. God bless you. So let's move on. So we have Canada ongoing, and they are cool. They're not that bad. If you're looking at a very intentional country you would want to go for, you can always go in for Canada. But mind you, they're generally known to be a very expensive country. Those of you that are not aware of that, if you're looking at the country that you would want to migrate to, is good. But the other hand, they can be expensive. But also they pay very well. And the good reason why most people always migrate to, can you guys get it from this area? Sorry guys, I'm streaming on almost 3 platforms right away. So in case you see my direction here, and I know that I'm on Twitch stream live, like I'm streaming on like 3. Those are coming newly, guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, or you follow us on our verified YouTube channel, all same name. You're welcome. Either you send us a DM here or you send us a Gmail, whichever which, okay? So anyways, we are talking about Canada. Canada is very fast in getting documents. Those of you that would want to migrate to a country, you want to get in your document easy and very flexible, PRO and all of those, then you can always go in for Canada and thank us later. Let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Ireland. If you're interested in a very intentional country, Ireland is very good. They are English-speaking country. They are stable. They are accommodating. They are not racist and all of that. Families allowed to travel too. You can navigate your ways. You have so much benefits anyways migrating to Ireland. But mind you, they're generally known to be a very expensive country. Can you guys get it from here? Okay, hi. All right, you can always go in if you're interested in migrating to an English country that pays well. That's Ireland, but they can be very expensive also in nature, and also they are closer to Scotland. You know, those of you that would want to migrate to to Ireland, because you would want to get in your resident and navigate your ways to Scotland, then you can always go in for this offer. All right, that's it. Let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Sweden. If you're interested in, sorry, let me check. Yeah, this is Sweden. If you're interested in going into a very intentional country, you can always go in for Sweden. Sweden is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they are not racist, and they pay very well. You know, most people always migrate to Sweden because of that. They can be posh and all of that, but also they can be extra expensive. A lot of you are not aware of that, but you just want to pick in a particular country you want to migrate to. Most of the time, you get to check how expensive the country is, because some people will not prefer an expensive environment, while some will prefer an expensive environment, and some people are not used to a very expensive environment. So that's the difference between you and, should I say, A and B. Okay, some people rather prefer a very cheap environment that is not so much expensive, but they're okay. Just that the only difference between it is that the salary package is not always very high, while the more expensive the country is, the higher the salary package is. So that's just it. All right, just like when you migrate to a country that is more higher, you get to pay a lot of tax and all of that, you get to pay a lot of bills, you know, compared to someone that is in a smaller country or migrating to a smaller country. The person will just get to, you know, manage and receive small salary wages, or let's just say small wages. So I don't even know how to explain them. So it's just your choice. All right, then we also have a business visa available for Canada. Those of you that are into business, you're an entrepreneur, you would want to go into Canada to continue your business, or better still, you want to go partner with other companies that are into business of your choice. I mean, your business, of course. And also, you would want to go get in some contact or partnership or whatever. You can always go in for this using the business visa. But remember, if you're coming to us for business visa or business riot, please ensure that you have a business certificate or you have a tax certificate that gives you the license to proceed on business visa. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Ireland. If you're interested in going to Ireland, of course, using the business team, you can always go in for that. Besides, they're very easy to communicate because they're English speaking country, but they can be expensive, especially when you're doing your business or whatever rioting, but you have a lot of reason. And the good thing about business visa is that it's a 1 year visa grant, multiple entry with family also as well. So you can always extend your business visa to, you know, citizen. Then we also have a business visa available for France. Those of you that are familiar or used to smaller countries, then you can always go in for France using the business visa. Is also good. Besides, you're welcome to travel, you know, with your family, so which is a good thing. You can always extend your visa stay, and there are multiple entry. That's what matters. A lot of you are not aware of that. So if you're looking at such intentional country, then you can always go in for that grab. Okay, let's move on. Those that are coming newly on our channel, you're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, all same name, verified. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM, we'll send a requirement in our cost. So we also have a business visa available for Netherlands. If you're interested in a bigger country, you don't want small country, you want to do more, then you can always go in for Netherlands. That mean, generally speaking, they are Dutch speakers, all right, but you have like 80% that communicate in English, which is a good thing. So if you're interested in an expensive country you would want to go for, then you can always go in for the Netherlands and thank us later. All right, so let's move on. I don't know why my hair is flaunting out. Then we also have a business visa available for Belgium. If you're interested in going into a very good country, also just going for Belgium. They are very intentional, but mind you, they are not English speaking country, all right? They are Dutch, what's it called? They are German speakers, and also they have a mix of French in them. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running. Also, they pay very well and they allow you to do multiple jobs, and they are closer to Germany. You have so many reasons anyways. They also have a business visa available for Germany itself. If you're interested in going into a country that pays well and all of those benefits, then you can go in for Germany. They're very intentional. They're English speaking country and they're welcoming, but mind you, they can be expensive in nature. Can you guys get it from here? Okay, let's ride on. Then we also have a business visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in a touched higher paid country, then you can go in for Portugal. Portugal is actually known to be a business country, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you would want to continue your business internationally, then you can always go in for Portugal. They're very good, they are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. All right, so if you're looking at such good country, you would want to go in, proceed with your business and all of those, then you can always grab in Portugal. You have nothing to be concerned about. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in going into UK is also very good. They are stable, welcoming, but mind you, they can be very expensive in nature. A lot of you are not aware of that, but you want to migrate to UK. UK can be so much extra expensive. You know, guys, they deal on pounds, they don't deal on euros or even dollar. All right, so they can be extra expensive. So if you're okay with that, we have it open, and they're English speaking country. And also remember, I keep telling you, studying in the UK and Canada can be extra expensive. All right, no problem, I'll respond to you, man. Abel. Those are coming in, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or better still, you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM. We are all verified, all right? We are all legal, so you have nothing to be concerned about. And also, mind you, same name on all that page. If you did not see any verified page, that means it's not coming from us. I keep telling you that. So if you message any wrong page having official game and it's not verified, that is not from us. All our pages are all verified. All right, that's to show you how legal and clean we are. So let's move on, guys. Okay. Hi, those are coming in from this side, you're welcome. Hi, sorry guys, I'm streaming on almost 3 live stream. You can see my all platform. Okay, you guys are welcome as well. You can hear me from this direction, right? Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in going in for Malta, Malta is obviously a very good country. They are English speaking country in general, they're accommodating, and they're very cheap. I keep telling you that if you want a very affordable country, you can always go in for the smaller countries. What it means by affordable means that standard of living is very cheap. You guys understand what I mean, right? I mean, nature of spending, grocery, whatever you want to do is affordable, is not that expensive. Compared to the bigger country, of the other hand, that pays you more better, but your standard of living can be extra. So most of the time, you guys get to complement which of them works for you, all right? Our location is posted on our page, so just check there, you will see it. I'm very sure you're not the first, it's not the first time of you joining here, right? Thank you. So let's move on. Then we also have a business and vacation visa available for Spain. Those of you that are interested in going in for a smaller, cheap country, you can always go in for Spain. They're very good. They're accommodating, they are stable, they're not racist and all of that. They pay very well. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. And also, mind you, they are not English-speaking country. They are Spanish speakers. You know, those of you that are not aware of that, you would want to know that they are not English-speaking country, but they're just country for starters, all right? We keep telling you that. If you want to start in a particular place, you don't know how to go about it, you can start from Spain. Then we also have a business visa available for Poland. Poland is actually a very good country. We have a lot of factory jobs, especially those of you that are into business of clothing. You're into business of hair, bags, shoes. That's Poland. You can always go grab your contact, go grab your partnership, because you have so many factory jobs in Poland. You can just check in on the Google there. I don't cap. I just tell you what we have. So that's it. So if you're interested in going in for Poland, Poland is open and ongoing and running, and also they pay very well. Those of you that are looking at the work visa, whatever, they pay very well. They are accommodating, they are stable, they are not racist, and all of that. You have a lot you can always benefit in most of this country, trust me. Then we also have here work and study visa available for France. Those of you that want to come in using the work and study, remember I told you guys we have 4 categories of study. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, and also we have the language course. I'll explain in details, don't worry. For the BSc program, it's just like you are done with your high school, you would want to go do your bachelor degree. That's a 3-year section. Is that clear? Good. Now you're done with your BSc or you're done your bachelor, you would want to proceed further to do your master's. As a 1-year section. Then now you would want to do just vocational study. New Zealand, Harry. Yeah, we do have New Zealand. You can just check on our page. Those that come in newly, guys, are welcome. I just keep saying, when you join us newly, all you need to do, you follow here, or you follow us on a verified, follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or YouTube channel, all same name, all verified. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. We'll send our requirement in our course. Exactly. All right. Speaking of the countries we process to, I'll list them out again. For small countries, we process to France, Italy, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Latvia, Romania. These are small countries. Then for the bigger countries, we have open and ongoing Luxembourg, Germany, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. We also have, there are so many, Portugal, Poland, Netherlands, Ireland, which other one? Finland. There are so many, all right? Just check on our page. You get to see the available countries we have open. So we're talking about the study and work visa. I've explained to you guys the BSc programs, right? And the masters. Then for vocational study, we have 6 months program. We have the 1 year. You guys already understand what vocational study is. It's just like a creative study. It's like a skill acquisition. You're coming in to upgrade yourself either on videography or photography or any of the creative section you are good in. All right, or maybe hairstylist. That's what they always refer to. Vocational study is more or less like a skill acquisition. Let's just say skill upgrade. You already know how to do these things, but you want it to be more of professional length. You can always come in using that vocational study. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me again. I'm going to explain. Then on the other hand, also we have the other part of study, which we always refer to the language course. And for language course, boil down to that, we have like 4 different languages. We have the Spanish language, we have the French language, we have the what's it called, Finn language, and also we have the German. Each of this language has the country that always on. I mean, should I say, have them as their own language. So you coming into using any of this language determine the country you're traveling to. Exactly, those are sending me messages. I'm seeing them. I'm going to respond to you once I'm done with the live stream. Hi, hello, those are coming in from this, I guess, are welcome. You're coming in from any other platform, you're welcome, please. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a work and study available for Australia. You want a bigger country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Australia. They're very good. And also you're allowed to do your work and study, like I always mention, depending on which of the program you're coming in, whether BSc, masters, vocational, language course, they're all same. So you can always do your work and study, and you're allowed to come in with your dependent. Those of you that are married and you would want to fly in with your family, you're allowed to study and do your work with your dependent. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a work and study available for Italy. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small intentional country, you can always go in for Italy. They're very good. Remember, they are not English speaking country, they're Italian. All right, so that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to Italy every section. If you're interested in that, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Luxembourg. Those of you that are interested in going into a bigger country, Luxembourg is very good. Can you guys get it from this area? All right, they are very good, they pay very well, they're accommodating, they're stable, and they're not racist. So if you're looking at a very intentional international country, you would want to settle down once and forget about traveling. Remember, I told you guys there are 2 ways of traveling. There's one hand, the other hand, you are traveling and you keep traveling, and the other hand, you are traveling but you traveled once. If you don't understand, ask me what I mean. What I mean by that is that some people will travel to a small country and you keep traveling because you're not settled. Why some people will travel to some also country, but they have never traveled there. You are still traveling. Why traveling once is that you just picking a particular choice and it was a bigger one, and you travel to a particular country and forget about traveling. If you don't understand, ask me again. So we also have a work and study available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in going for Ireland, one of the intentional good country as well. They are stable, accommodating, and all of those. They pay very well. They are good. You have a lot of reason why you should be migrating to Ireland, and they are English-speaking country beside. Families are allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways. You can extend your visa stay. So if you're looking at a very intentional country, either you're traveling alone or you're with your family, you can always go in for Ireland. They pay very well. Then we also have a work and study available for Lithuania. Those of you that always prefer small country no matter what. Yeah, we have people like that. I will give you the reason why some people always prefer smaller countries. Let me just give you a little bit highlights experiences from customers. Some people will tell you they prefer smaller country because they don't like spending. They don't want to spend much in countries, like traveling to a bigger country. Smaller countries, standard of living is actually very cheap. All right, so that's the reason why most people always prefer small countries. Where when you travel to a bigger country, when you migrate to a bigger country, you have to spend so much because they pay a lot of tax. Standard of living can be lots. So that's the difference between a plan A and plan B. That's why some people feel like they still prefer the small country because the standard of living is very cheap. Do you understand what I mean? All right, so let's move on. Those are joining, you guys are welcome. Then we also have a work and study visa available for the Netherlands. If you prefer a bigger country, you can always go in for Netherlands. They are very intentional, they pay you well. Can you guys get it from this area? You guys are welcome too. You can always go in for this. Netherlands is very good. One of the intentional countries a lot of boys migrate to every season. They pay well, they are stable, they're accommodating, they are not racist, and all of that. Families also allowed to travel to. You can navigate your way, so you have nothing to be concerned about. So if you're looking at that, we have it. Then we also have a work and study available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in a very touched intentional country that is extra. Can you guys see that from here? Okay, Finn is actually a very good one. They are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. Also, they are very good. but note that they are not English speaking country. They are known to be Finnish language, or you call them Finn language or Finnish language, whichever which. Anyways, but if you're interested in going into a country that allows you to do a very low tuition fee, that's Finn for you. All right, those of you that are interested. Then we also have a work and study available for Portugal. If you're looking at a business country, you don't want to do much. You just want to migrate to a country that you can continue your business internationally, and that's it. You can always go in for Portugal. Portugal is very good. They are stable, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. All right. So that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Portugal every season. Those are coming in from this side. You guys are welcome. Sorry, my lips is cracking. So anyways, they are very good, they're intentional, they're accommodating, and they're not that bad. So if you're interested in such, we have it open and is running. Let's move on. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Germany. Sorry guys, I'm streaming on almost all the platforms. That's why you always see me here. So we also have Germany also ongoing available. If you're interested in a very good country, they're German speakers, they're accommodating, they're not racist and all of that. But mind you, they can be also expensive. But the good thing about them is that they allow you to do multiple jobs. You know, most of you always migrate to a country because they allow you to multitask. Then you can always go in for Germany, and they pay very well. I mean, they're good, they're amazing. Then we also have a work and study available for Denmark. Those of you interested in going in for Denmark, one of the intentional country as well. Denmark is good. I told you guys they're not English speaking country, they are Danish, but they are good, they are welcoming, they're accommodating, they pay well, they are not racist. Family is also allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way, so you have a lot of reason why you should be migrating to Denmark. They are good. And remember, they are not English speaking country. Those of you that always want to ask. Then we also have a work and study available for UK. If you're interested in going into a very intentional good country, UK is very good. You have a lot of reason why you should be migrating to UK. One, you have a lot of your Africans in UK, and also the second part of it is that you have English speaking in UK. So that's the reason why you have a lot of boys migrate to UK every season. So if you're interested in that, we have it ongoing and it's open. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Estonia. Those of you that prefer small country, you're not used to all this bigger country we have been talking about. You just want a very small, good country. You could just go settle down either solo or with family. Then you can always go in for Estonia. They're very intentional. They are stable, they're accommodating, they're not racist, and they're welcoming. So you have a lot of reason why you should be migrating to Estonia every season. Family is allowed to travel to you. You can navigate your ways. You can extend your visa stay. So you have nothing to be worried. Besides, Estonia share a close border between them and Finland. So most people always migrate to Estonia, getting their residence or TROC the way you understand, and then they move into Finland with ease, without stress. All right, so they're a very good small country. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Spain. Those of you that are interested in a small intentional country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small good country. Maybe you're traveling your family or traveling alone. That's where Spain comes in. They are good, but mind you, they're not English speaking country, they're Spanish speakers, but they're accommodating. You have so much reason why you should be migrating to Spain. All right, and beside, they are cool. Then we also have a work and study visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in going into a country that looks same like Australia and also operate alike, then you can go in for New Zealand. But mind you, they are not Europe country, okay? Also, they're English speaking country. That's a good one, yeah. And the other part also, they can be very expensive. I told you, when a country operates like Australia, that means that country is expensive, because Australia is kind of huge expensive as well. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Malta. If you're interested in a small intentional country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Malta. They're English speaking country, they're stable, accommodating, welcoming, they pay well, and they're cool. But mind you, not so well compared to a bigger country, but they are good. I mean, of course, if you're interested in going in for a very cheap tuition fee, that is where Malta comes in. Those of you that are always very conscious about your tuition fee. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Canada. If you're interested in going into a very intentional, bigger country that pays more better, then you can always go in for Canada. They're English speaking country, they're accommodating, they're not racist, and they're stable. All right, you have a lot of reason why you should be migrating to this country. Besides, family is allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way, so you have nothing to worry about. Hi Derek, how are you? Those are coming newly, guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, whichever which or verified, same name. If you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM. We'll send our requirements and our cost. All right, yeah, we have a master's program. We have, I told you guys, for study we have 4 categories. We have the BSc program, that's the bachelor. We have the master's program, we have vocational study, we have language course. All right, so that's it, depending on which of them you want, Derek. So we also have a work and study available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional one, you can always go in for Belgium. Belgium is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, they pay well. And remember, they are not English speaking country, all right? They are what's it called? German speaker and also French speaking. I think they have like 2 language in them. Okay, so if you're okay with that, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going into Sweden, you want to do more, you can always go for Sweden. Sweden is very good. They're intentional, they're accommodating, they're not racist, they're welcoming, they pay well, and all of those benefits added. All right, that's it. Then we also have a work and study visa available for Norway. Those of you that are interested in going into a very good country, just going for Norway and thank us later. Norway is very intentional. You know, one of the good paying country, that's Norway. And remember, they're average paying country. I mean, they don't do much, but they are good. And they're not that expensive if you ask. So let's move on. Then we also have a conference visa available. Those of you that are interested in migrating using the conference, we have the product launching conference. I explained to you guys what conference visa is, right? If you don't understand, ask me and I will explain again. So we have a conference visa available for Sweden, all right? If you're looking at the way whereby you want to migrate easy, fast, without stress, that's conference. You can always come into conference and you can always extend your conference visa to permanent resident and also work visa or even PRO. So conference is always recognized by international NGOs and also is recognized by EUs, Europe nation community, you know, and also is recognized by mostly a lot of people. Hi Rich, how are you, Rich Zuli? Those that are coming newly, guys, are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do is follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing. If you're interested in them, send us a DM, we'll send a requirement in our cost. Or you follow us in a verified Instagram page, verified Facebook page, any of which they're all same. So we also have this open and ongoing as well. If you're interested in going in product launching for Italy, you want a small country, you don't want to do much, just going for Italy. Remember, they don't pay very well, but they are good. I mean, they are stable and also they're very cheap. Then we also have a product launching available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going for Canada, you want an English speaking country, you can always go in for Canada, a very intentional English speaking country with a lot of benefits. I told you guys it's always very easy for you to get in your PR in Canada. That's one thing most of you don't understand. So if you're interested in that, we have it. Rich Zulu said, how much will it cost me for master's degree in Germany? If you're going for Germany for study, can be expensive. Tuition fee ranges from 9,000 euros above. All right, especially for international student. International student means somebody like you, an African student coming in, they call you or refer you to be an international student. So tuition fee in bigger country ranges from 9,000 euros. But if you're going in for smaller country, tuition fee ranges for at least 4,000 euros, which is kind of okay. All right. Smaller countries like Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, these are cheap, small country. Romania, these are Libya, these are cheap countries you can always go study. All right, but if you want to go study in bigger countries, man, like Germany, can be a lot, but it's your choice. We're only just here to ensure your visa is granted, right? Hi, hello, if you're coming in from this side, you're welcome. Then we also have a product launching conference is available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in going in, can you guys get it from here? Okay, so we also have a Ireland also if you're interested in going into a very English good country. Yeah, 100% English speaking. You can always go in for Ireland. Easy to settle down and fast to settle, and also they pay very well. In fact, this is like your country if you would want to migrate your family or solo travel, but you just want to just settle and forget about traveling or forget about moving from one country to the other. That's your choice. Then we also have a product launching available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in going into Finland, one of the intentional country as well. Finland is a very good country. They are stable. I told you guys they pay very well, and also studying in Finland can be very cheap as well. But remember, standard of living in general can be expensive, and they are not English speaking country. They are Finnish language. All right. So if that's your choice, we have it running as well. Let's ride on. Then we also have a product launching also available for Louisburg. Those of you that are interested in going for Louis is a very good country, and they're quite expensive country, but an intentional country. So if you're looking up to study into a very good country, you can always go in for Louisburg and thank us later. They pay very well. Like you have a lot of benefits in Louisburg. Let's just analyze it a little bit. You're actually allowed to move in the country with a free transportation here using the train board station, and also you have like free Wi-Fi all over the city in the country. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to Louisburg, if you ask. and they pay very well. I mean, their wages is always very good. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, Australia is very good. One of the good country a lot of people migrate to. The only challenge is that, or what you should be concerned, or what you should be worried about, you cannot use their visa to travel to a Schengen country because they are not part of the EU zone. They are doing well on their own, but they pay very well. So if you are looking at such one, you can always go for this. So you have nothing to be concerned about. Then we also have a product launching conferences available for France. Those of you that are interested in a small country, you guys of course know here is a country whereby you have so many African in, so you have nothing to be worried. France is very good, accommodating, stable, and all of that. Sorry, I have a question. Rich Zulu said, I have resident visa here in China. Can it reduce my cost to tuition fee? I don't understand what you mean. Means that you want to move into Germany using the master's degree program. You are talking of that Germany reducing your tuition fee because you have China whatever. No, they don't do that. You're going to pay same amount an international student pays. All right, so it does not reduce it. Nah, it doesn't. You're actually going to pay same amount of tuition fee an international student pays, no matter any range of country you're coming from. I just explained to you. I don't know if this Zulu is understanding English. If you're going into bigger countries, their tuition fee ranges from 9,000 euros up. If you're even going to Canada, tuition fee ranges from 9,000 Canadian dollars above. I'm very sure when you convert that, you understand what I'm talking. If you're going to UK, tuition fee also ranges from 9,000 pounds above. So that's it. Not minding any resident you're coming from. Even if you're coming in using the resident of USA, you still pay what others pay. It's not a free tuition. Except otherwise you're a citizen of USA. That's it. So we also have a product launching available. Sorry, I went out of my craft. Okay. We also have a product launching conference available for Netherlands as well. If you're interested in going into a very good country using the conference visa, you can always go in for that. I told you guys conference visa is always very easy to extend, right? And they're good. You can always navigate with your family, and also you can get in their citizenship without stress. And Netherlands is actually a family country, if you ask me. They're very good. You can just check your Google and do a little bit of analyzing. Then we also have a conference visa product launching precisely available for UK. Those of you that prefer going into UK is a very good country. If you ask me, they're very good. And they're English speaking country in general, but just that they are quite expensive because they get to pay a lot of tax. They get to pay federal tax, they get to pay primary tax, they get to pay province tax. Like all of those taxes can be so frustrating. So that's what most of the time I'll tell you, they pay so much tax. That's why they're quite expensive. But if you're okay with that, of course, people are surviving, so you should survive. Then we also have a product launching conference which is available for Belgium anyways. If you're interested in going to a very good country, Belgium is very good. They're accommodating, they're stable, they're not racist, and they pay very well. They operate similar just like Germany. So that's the reason why lots of people always migrate to Belgium every section. So if that's what you want or that's your deal, we have it. Then we also have a conference visa product launching available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in going to Estonia is very cool. They're accommodating, they're not racist, and all of those beside they pay very well as well. And remember, Estonia is a small country, so what it means is that you should not be expecting an extra salary, so you should just be expecting your ranging amount of salary. All right, so let's move on, guys. Then we also have a product launching available conference visa for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in going into Portugal, one of the intentional country also. I told you guys this is actually basically for those of you that are entrepreneurs. If you're into business, you're looking at it, but you want to continue your business internationally, that's Portugal for you. So you have nothing to be concerned about. They are cool, they're accommodating, and they're not bad. Then we also have a product launching conference which is available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going into Poland, one of the intentional country. Welcoming and all of those. Families allowed to travel with you anyways. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your ways, so you have nothing to be concerned about. You have a lot of benefit if you're migrating to Poland. And remember, I told you guys you have so many factory jobs in Poland. So migrating to Poland, you should be prepared to do most of factory job, whether female or male. Then we also have a product launching visa conference available for Germany. Those of you that are aiming to get into Germany but you don't know how to go about it, if you cannot afford the tuition fee, then you can always come in using the conference visa, or you can better still come in using the business visa. So you have varieties why you should come in using their packages. Then we also have a conference visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in migrating to Poland and you don't know how to go about it, Lithuania is one of those countries that share close border between them and Poland. interested in going into Lithuania, let's just say you have the TRC, you are very sure of, navigating your ways to Poland without stress. So they're a very good country, all right? Despite they're a small country, but you have a lot to benefit because they're also closer to Sweden. You can just check your Google map, all right? No stress, just type in map and then you can check that. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Malta. Thank you very much, Freddie, for liking. Those are liking you guys. Thank you very much. Those are coming newly or joining us for the first time. You're welcome. When you come in, all you need to do is follow, like, go through our page. Either are joining from Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Go through our page. You get to see different packages. If you're interested in them, send us a DM. When you come in, follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, or you follow us on our verified YouTube channel, or verified same name. Thank you so much, Zolo Rich, for liking. Freddie, thank you. Those are liking and joining. You guys are welcome. You guys are the real VIP. So let's move on. So we have a product launching conference visa available for Estonia. Which country is this? No, sorry, this is Malta. For Malta, if you're interested in a smaller country, you're not used to the bigger countries we have been talking about, just going for Malta and thank me later. Malta is very good anyways. Like I always mention, if you're looking at a small country, you don't want to do much, you can always go in for Malta. Malta is cool. They are stable, they're accommodating, and they're welcoming. So you have nothing to be worried about, all right? We don't process tourist visa here. Check on our screen and you're going to see the categories of visas we do. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Spain. If you're interested in a small country, you can always go in for Spain. Spain is very good. They're intentional country. They are stable, accommodating, welcoming. They're not racist and all of that, all right? Family is also allowed to travel to. And remember I told you guys, they are not English-speaking country. They are Spanish speakers. So if you're interested, we have it. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in going in for Denmark, Denmark is very cool. If you're looking at a very good intentional country you want to go in for, you can always go in for Denmark. But remember, they are not English-speaking country. They are Danish. All right, their language, all right, but they're good. Then we also have a product launching conference visa available also. Which country is this? This is Ireland. Those of you that are interested in an English speaking country in general, just going for Ireland. Ireland is very good. One of the stable countries lots of people always migrate to every season. I told you guys they pay very well and they are closer to Scotland, so that's the reason why you have a lot of immigrants always migrating to Ireland every section, because they just want to access Scotland. And when you get in a resident of Ireland, automatically you are also having the same access to Scotland. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Estonia. Remember I mentioned to you guys we have two categories of work permit. When it boils down to work permits, I always take my time to explain it because a lot of you always ask about that. We have two categories of work permit. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. The skilled jobs are those that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chair. These are skilled workers. Exactly. If you don't understand, ask me again. The unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification. Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, nannies, food service attendants, securities, retail salesperson, forklifters, truck drivers. There are so many. These are the list my brain can carry. Anyway, just know that the unskilled, you don't need to have or provide us with any certificate, all right? Why the skill, you should be having a certificate to show your profession, all right? So that's just the difference anyway. So I don't have to break this brain. You guys, I'm having a lot on this brain. Am I not smart enough? All right, so we have a work permit visa also available for Portugal. If you're interested in a business country, you prefer migrating to a country that you would want to continue your business. We have customers like that. We have people like that. We have sectors of people suggestions like that. Then you can just go in for Portugal. They have a lot of business, going on in there. And also you can always continue your business. They do not discriminate. They are not racist. Despite the fact they are not English speaking country, mind you. Yes, Portuguese, that's a language, but they are very good. It's one of those countries that you feel very fast enough to settle down. Or let's just say it's always very easier to settle down. All right, so let's go on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country, want a higher pay job, just going for New Zealand and thank us later. But the only challenge is that they are not Europe country. They're not Schengen. They're not part of the EU. So what it means is that you're on your own. Don't mind me. What it means is that when you migrate to the country, you're stuck in a particular visa until you apply for other visas. So you don't have that freedom of like using one visa to keep moving and all of that. That's just the difference. But outside that, they are good. Beside that, English speaking country, so you have nothing to be worried. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in small countries, I told you guys Lithuania has a lot of advantage. Despite they are small countries, the fact is that they are connected, or let's just say they are very closer to Poland and Sweden. That's a lot of reason why so many people always migrate to Lithuania. And Lithuania is one of those countries that are very fast in issuing residents, not minding whatever thing you're coming into doing in their country. They'll ask you themselves, do you want a 2 years TRC? Because they get paid by that, all right? I mean, you have to pay to get the TRC, so that's just it. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Serbia. Those of you that are interested in a small country, you don't want to do much. Can you guys get it from me? Hi, hello, those are coming in from this side. Please, any of the channel you're streaming from, you can just see me. You're welcome. Either you're streaming from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, same name. Please, when you come here, you need to do you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page or YouTube channel, any of which. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, or you follow us on a verified YouTube channel, all same name. That's it. If you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM and we'll send the requirements in our course after the live stream. That's when we respond to people. Please just know that part. Don't pressure me. Then what else? Or you send us a Gmail, okay? Gmail also same name at gmail.com, so it's easier for you to always reach out. So we've talked about Serbia, right? Those of you that are interested in a very small country, you don't want to do much, you just want something small and peaceful. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Australia. This is actually a very big country. It's very good. Yeah, it's very, very big, good country. They pay, they are stable, they are accommodating, but just that they are not English speaking country. A lot of you always ask me, are they? Sorry, they're English speaking country, just that they're quite expensive, all right? Because a lot of you always ask about that. So if you're interested, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in going in for Belgium, you want to do more, you can, hi, hello, if you're coming in from the side, you can always go in for Belgium. They are stable, they are good, they are not that bad, you know. I told you guys they operate just like Germany. Well, mind you, they're not English speaking country. They have like 2 languages in them. They have the French speaking and also they have the German speakers, all right? So that's it. So let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for UK. If you're interested in migrating to an English-speaking country only, you don't want to do much, just going for UK. UK is very good. They're one of the English-speaking countries. A lot of people migrate to every section. Besides, they pay well. But mind you, they can be very expensive because they depend on tax. You know, when your country gets to pay like federal tax, only single citizens get to pay federal tax, government tax, all the whole taxes. Man, anyways, they are good. Let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in going into a very touched country, just going for Netherlands, they are very intentional. They're accommodating, they're welcoming, and all of those benefits, you know. And I told you guys, Netherlands is one of the intentional initial country, if you ask me. Now I'll give you my reasons. One, they are one of these countries that you don't necessarily need to study Dutch. Okay, let me just break it down. Dutch is their general English. I mean, their general language, all right? You know, most of the time, some countries that if you are not understanding their language, you find it difficult to get in their papers. I mean, residence, right? Good. So Netherlands does not enforce you to study their language because they want you to get in their papers. I don't know if you understand. If you don't understand, ask me again. What it means in the essence is that they are very simple and easy to issue resident even without you understanding Dutch. So they're English speaking country. So that's why they call them intentional international country, which for a reason. Do you understand? And they pay very well. Okay, so most of the family always migrate to Netherlands because it's easy to settle down. You know, when a country is fast to get documents without stressing someone to understanding their language, makes it easier. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in migrating to Fin is also a very good intentional one. Sorry, let me just check my time frame before I proceed. You guys, because you guys are ready to keep someone here for hours. Okay, so let's move on. So this for Finland anyways. If you're interested in going into a very good country, Fin is very good. They are stable, they're accommodating, and mind you, they can be very expensive. Just know that part. Those of you that I'm not aware of or that will come to my DMs to ask me, are they cheap? No, they're not cheap. Then we also have a work permit visa available also. Which country is this? This is France anyways. France is also a very good intentional country. If you want to go in for that, we have it open and ongoing. Meanwhile, before we proceed a little bit or before we do it round up, let's just quickly go through our success story, all right? Or those that just boiled into my channel. So meanwhile, I'll start by showing you guys this is what e-visa looks like. This is a successful story of New Zealand visa. If you check also on our page, we pinned it. We ensure we pinned it because a lot of people, when we tell you that New Zealand and Australia issued electronic visa. You guys think we are capping, right? So just see it pinned down, you'll be able to read it. So this is for New Zealand successful story. This is just a recent one that we got in this year. Okay, so we'll pin it there. This is a 2 years visa grant, and the customer is allowed to travel to the country before May this year expires. Otherwise, the visa is actually, let's say the visa tenure for the country customer to come into the country will thrown out. So that's what e-visa or electronic visa looks like. Those of you that do not understand, then this is what sticker visa is. This is a successful story for sticker visa. Sticker visa means you have to present your passport at the embassy, drop it there, and go home. Then after 3 weeks, that is 15 working days, you'll be called for collection. You go pick up your passport and your visa is in. That's what they call sticker visa. So this family of 3, these are successful story for Germany. This is the husband, the wife, and the kid. You can see what sticker visa looks like, right? Those of you that really don't understand, so we always take our time to explain this part. Do you get? So let's move on. Oh wait, I can easily do it from here, so I don't even need to shift it. So let me just quickly use this. Yeah, this is our successful story for France. If you're interested in going for France, this is our successful story. This is what also visa looks like. All right, those of you that do not have the experience or don't know what visa is, visa means that you have to drop in your passport and they have to stick it there. But if you're going for the electronic visa, that is the Australia or New Zealand, that is an e-visa. All right, what other countries is sticker visa, please. Then this is our successful story for Norway. Okay, we told you guys Norway is also very good international country. Then this is our successful story as well for UK. Yeah, that's UK. This is our successful story for UK as well. This is our successful story for USA. This is 2 years visa grant. USA is actually very fast in issuing longer tenure. Them and Canada are good. All right. This is a 5 years grant. I'll show you the other one, sorry, so that because some of you are Thomas the doubt. This is a 2 years also successful story. This is a oh shit, I was so fast, sorry. This is a 2 years successful story USA. This is a 5 years successful story USA. You can see that clearly, right? Yeah. Then there's a Canada successful story, also 5 years. Canada is also very good in issuing a long tenure, especially PR. PR means permanent resident. This is a Sweden successful story as well. All right, you can see it very clear. These are Denmark successful story. Okay, you can see that. Zulu, send us a message. We'll respond to you once we are done. Message means you follow here first, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, Zulu, you send us a message. Those are coming newly, guys, are welcome. And also, Zulu, do you hear me? Yeah, you send us a message. We'll send the requirements and our cost, so you don't need to type in the hidden box. So this is our successful story also. This is for Belgium successful story. You can see that. Europe visa always have this blue sticker a little bit on the side. That's their Europe community map. This is our successful story. This is for France as well. Yeah, that's France. This is our successful story for Italy also. Those of you that are going in for Italy, this is our successful story. This is our successful story for Denmark. Which country is this? Oh, yeah, this is Denmark. This is Denmark. This is our successful story for Denmark. This is our successful story. Sorry, I need to confirm. Oh, this is Norway. This is our successful story for Norway. Okay. I have to be sure. This is Portugal. This is our successful story for Portugal also. Okay. This is Canada. Yeah, you always see their red this thing on top. So this is Canada, our successful story also. This family of 5, this is Belgium. This is our successful story. This is the husband, the wife, and the 3 kids. Family of 5. I told you guys, if you're traveling, your family, if you're going with kid, either the baby is toddler or maybe whatever, just ensure that they have their international passport and also their birth certificates. If they don't have that, sorry, there's nothing we can do. You can't travel them. All right, so these are successful story anyways. Family of 5, like those of you that always migrate to your whole bunch of family. Then this Canada also a successful story also. You can see that. These are successful story for, let me show. Spain. I say let me be sure because I want to be sure. This is a successful story for Spain anyways. All right, I think that's the last one, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's it. I have to escalate here. Oh man, operating this thing from here. Okay, so that's it. So these are display work and study visa. Sorry. This work permit also available for France. Yeah, those of you that are going in for France, you can always go in for this package. All right. Hi, hello. Those are coming from this. You guys are welcome. Please, when you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. Any of them you're coming from, or verified. If you're interested in the package, send us a DM. All right. So let's just quickly ride on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested, remember I told you guys we have two categories when it comes to work permits. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. The skilled jobs are those that have certificates, and the unskilled are those that do not have certificates. So just know that part anyways. So this for Ireland. If you're interested in going into very intentional, can you guys get it from here? Yeah. If you're not going for Ireland, they are very good. They are stable, they pay well, they're accommodating, they're not racist, families are allowed to travel with you, and all of those. So if you're looking at such, we have it. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going into Canada, Canada is also a very good intentional country and as well. Families are allowed to travel with you. You can navigate to it, so you have nothing to be concerned. All right. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and running. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Malta. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, just going for Malta. They're English-speaking country. Beside, they're welcoming and they're not racist. All right. So if you're looking at that, we have Malta available as well, and they're cheap country. I mean, their standard of living in general is quite very cheap. That's why I always refer them. They also have a winter seasonal work visa available also for Finland. Let me check my time frame, guys. Okay. So this for Finland. If you're interested in going in for that, you are welcome. Families are allowed to travel with you also. You can navigate your ways. You can extend your stay, so you have nothing to be concerned about. All right. So that's it. Let's move on. Then we also have a winter seasonal visa. Okay, this is Netherlands. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, you want to do more. You want a country whereby when you migrate to, you settle down once and forget about settling. Remember I told you guys there's a difference between you traveled once and you keep traveling. And there's a difference between you traveled and you're settled. Most of the time when you migrate to a bigger country, it's easier for you to settle down than migrating to a smaller country and you keep traveling and you're still traveling. Can you guys hear me? All right. So these are winter seasonal work visa available for Switzerland. If you're interested in a bigger country that pays very well, that's Swiss for you. But just that they can be extra expensive. You guys can see it from here, right? Good. They can be extra expensive country in nature, but they pay very well. They are stable, accommodating, and all of those. So you have nothing to be worried about. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going in for Canada, you don't want to stress your brain. You just want a very good intentional country. Just going for Canada, they're very good. They are stable and they're English-speaking countries, so you have a lot to benefit from them. Families are allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way, so you have nothing to be worried about anyways. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Spain. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, either you're starting or you would want to start, or you want just a small country to continue your life or starting your career or whatever, that's Spain for you. One of those smaller country people always migrate to start from. Then you can always go in for Spain, all right? But remember, in general, they're not English-speaking country. Then we also have, which country? This is Poland. They also have a seasonal winter work visa available for Poland. If you're interested in mostly doing factory jobs, you can always go in for Poland. They're very good. They are stable, accommodating, and all of that. And remember, you have a lot of factory jobs in Poland. Those of you that are not aware of that, you think that you have Rosie's job, mostly factory job. You still have other choices anyways, but mostly it's factory jobs. Both male and female also do the factory jobs. So that's just it. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going into a very intentional country, Sweden is very good. They are stable, accommodating, they are not racist and all of that. So you have so much you can always benefit from it. You have nothing to be concerned about. Families are allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way. So if you're looking at a very posh country you want to go in for, just go in for Sweden and thank us later. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Denmark. Those of you that prefer good country, you can always go for Denmark, and they are not English speaking country, they're Danish, all right? But they pay very well, just like Switzerland, but they're also known to be an expensive country in general. You know, lots of you are not aware of that. Yeah, they can be so expensive in nature, but they are cool. I mean, they're not that bad. Okay. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Italy. If you want a smaller country, you're not used to all this bigger country I've been talking about, just going for Italy. They're very small, cheap environment. Most people migrate to every season here and there. They're accommodating, they are stable, they pay very well, they are not racist and all of that. So if you're looking at such country, you can always go in for Italy, all right? Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Norway. Those of you that prefer an average country you want to go in for, just going for Norway. Norway is very good. One of the intentional average good country, welcoming, stable, accommodating, they are not racist and all of that. Family is allowed to travel with you, you can navigate your ways, you can stay in your state. Then you can always go in for Norway. Norway is very good. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Ireland. If you're interested in going to Ireland, one of the good country as well. You can just go in for Ireland. Ireland is very intentional. They're accommodating, they're not racist, they're welcoming. So if you're looking at such, we have it open and it's ongoing. Okay. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for France. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you're not used to all this bigger country you have been calling. Just going for France. They're a small, good country, but just that they are not English speaking country, they are French speakers. All right. You have so much to benefit from it. So if you're interested in that, you can go in for that. All right. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in going into a very good intentional country that pays very well, just going for Germany. Germany is very good. They are stable, they pay you well, accommodating, and they're not racist. All right. Family is allowed to travel with you as well. You can navigate your ways, so you have a lot of reason why you should be taking that. Then we also have a winter seasonal work visa available for Estonia. If you want a smaller country, you're not used to all this bigger country we have been calling. Just going for Estonia. Estonia is very good. They are stable, they are cool. And remember, I told you guys they're quite closer to Finland. So that's the reason why a lot of people always migrate to Estonia every season, or should I say every section. Alright. So if that's what you want, we have it open and it's running. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Ireland. Ireland is also an English-speaking country. They're very connected to Scotland. So if you're able to get in your TRS in Ireland, you're very sure of migrating to Scotland. Very easy without stress. So we have them open and it's ongoing as well. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for France. Those of you that prefer a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you're not used to all this bigger country we've been talking about, you can just go in for France. You have a lot of your African in France. Besides, they are not that expensive. The only challenge you should be concerned about is that they are not English speaking country, they are French speakers, all right, but they are good. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in a very good country, you want a higher pay job, you want to do more, and all of those sharing, you can always go in for Germany. Germany is very good, very intentional country. You have nothing to be concerned about. You can always thank us later. All right. And remember, they are not English speaking country, they are German. You will tell me then which one is an English speaking country. English speaking country is UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Malta. These are English speaking country, because when I call any of them, I'll tell you they're not English speaking country. A lot of you will be like, which one then is an English speaking country? Anyways, English speaking country is just you're going into UK, or you're going into Canada, or you're going into Malta. Some parts of Netherlands can communicate in English. I think 70% or 80%, which is a good thing. Netherlands also. Or you can go into which other country that I've not mentioned, they're English speaking. All right, there's few countries. Let us I think about 6 countries that we have that are English speaking country. The rest of them have their language, but that does not mean they are discriminating or they are racist or they will throw you out. No, what it means is that most of the time you have to make use of your Google for the first time until you get to understand a little bit by bit their language. Okay. So we have a 2026 work permit visa available for Norway. If you're interested in an average country, you don't want to do much, just going for Norway. They're a very intentional country. They're accommodating, they're stable, they pay well. And mind you, they are not English speaking country, they're Norwegian. Alright, that's their language. I'm smiling because some people will be like, then which one is English speaking? Then we also have 2026 work permit visa available for Estonia. If you're interested in migrating to a very small good country that's connected to Finland and St. Petersburg, that's Estonia for you. You have a lot of advantage if you're going in for this. They pay you well, they are stable, and they're not racist. All right, they're welcoming as well. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in going into an English speaking country, Canada is very intentional. One of the good intentional English speaking country with a lot of benefits. Families allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your way. So if you're looking at a higher pay job, just going for Canada and thank us later. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going into Poland, you want to do more, you want an extra good country, that's Poland for you. They are very intentional country, they are stable, they are accommodating, they are not racist and all of that. You have nothing to be worried about. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Italy. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to stress your brain, just going for Italy. Italy is very good. One of the smaller intentional country. A lot of people migrate to every section. They pay well, they are stable, they're not that bad, they're accommodating, you know. So if you're looking at such, we have them open and ongoing. Then we also have a 2026 work permit visa available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in a higher paid good job, just going for Denmark. Denmark is very good. They're English speaking country beside, and you have nothing to worry. Did I hear Denmark English speaking country? Denmark is not English speaking, they're Danish. I think I was referring to Ireland. They're not English speaking country before you come for me. Those are coming new leagues are welcome. When you come here, you need to do you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, all same name. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM, we'll send our requirements and our costs. All right. Here we process visas to different countries. We process to both Europe countries and outside Europe countries, and we have different categories. You can see on our screen if you're coming in for the TikTok anyway. We process work visas, study visas, conference visas, family relocation, TRC, business visas, and all of those. All right. So depending on which of them you're going for. And the good thing about our processing is that we help you to provide flights. I mean, if you're going for premium package or premium service or standard service, we provide you flights, accommodation. But if you're going for a regular package, means you have to provide them yourself. All right, it's not a bad thing. It's actually cool. That's all you need to do. Then we have different sections of visa on each of these categories listed on our screen. All right, those are coming in from this side. You guys can hear me, right? So that's it. Then my requirement, you guys know your international passport data page, your passport photo, white background, your CV, which is your resume. Also provide us with your offer letter. If you're working, you should be having an offer letter, or better so you should be having an employment letter, or you should be having a contract letter. Just one of those letters is fine. If you're not working, that means you're a business person. You should be provide us with your business certificate or your tax certificate that shows this is what you do. So that's it. All right. So like you guys know, of course, our processing takes us at least 6 weeks or 4 weeks. If you're going in for smaller countries, it takes 4 weeks. If you're going in for the bigger countries, it takes 6 weeks, not 6 years, not 6 months, not 6 decades. I'll break it down. For the smaller countries, it takes 4 weeks because embassy gets to use at least 2 weeks to 15 working days. 2 weeks to 15 working days to release your visa. So that's fair enough. I mean, it's faster, most smaller countries. But if you're going in for a bigger country, embassy at least takes 15 working days. That's 3 weeks to almost 4 weeks. Do you understand? Which is the month to release the document. And processing from our end, of course, takes us 2 weeks. So most of the bigger country can take a lot of time. All right, but it does not skip at least 6 weeks. That's 1 month and 2 weeks. Your visa is out. Does not skip those ranges. Do you understand? Let me just quickly check our time frame again. So those that are joining, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, follow, like, go through our page, get to see different visa package, get to understand which of the country you're interested in, any of which, send us a DM, we'll send our requirement and our cost. All right, so bye and have a good day from my end. See you on DM. Bye. So those coming from this side, bye and have a good day. See you on my DM. All right, bye.